What's the deal, you guys? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Belle Collective Season 7, Episode 7. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. And I have done the exact same thing, you guys. Guess why? Because I was off today. So I was able to get me a little bit of rest, able to lay down in this bed, able to just not do nothing. I could have did a live earlier today, but it really wasn't nothing to talk about today. You feel what I'm saying? It really wasn't that much to talk about today. So at the end of the day, I said, you know what? We got Belle collected today, so we're gonna talk about that. So I'm here and I feel blessed. Okay. I got my hair cut yesterday, so I feel better. Tomorrow we do the Scene ATL reunion tomorrow. I'm really ready to get that over with and ready to, start these interviews for season 2 because I have a whole lot coming up for season 2. Me and Bando both have a whole lot coming up for season 2. So I'm very excited about getting back in front of that camera and things like that. But I also want to thank everybody that's from the Scotty Gang that has supported the Scene ATL. Y'all have really supported that platform. Y'all supported the show. A lot of the people that tuned in was people from over here, and I really appreciate you guys for really, really showing us that support. I really do appreciate that. Like for real. My heart is very warm because I really did something that I said that I wasn't going to do, and that was doing reality TV. So you know what I'm saying? I did that, and now I'm going into my second season. So, we going into the reunion tomorrow, and as soon as I get off of work tomorrow, it's time for the reunion. So, we're gonna get into this reunion and address some things, and then move on and prepare for season 2. Also, you guys, if you are fans of Bundy Blue, Jamie, that's me, and Niecy Dixon, be sure to pay, not pay, but be sure to get your tickets for the Ooh Ladies First podcast live show. Yours truly, myself, I will be hosting the show. I think their VIP tickets have already sold out, so the only thing that's available now is general admission. So if y'all want to attend the show, make sure you guys go and get your tickets now. It will be right here in Atlanta, Georgia, on May the 2nd. And yes, your boy will be hosting. And if you're going, you guys are going to be able to meet me too. And I'm very excited about that, y'all. I'm so excited about that. It's just going to be amazing. This is like a what is it? It's like a full circle moment because me and Bundy started at the same time. Then the three of them was on the Whether You Like It or Not panel when I first started it. Then they went off and did great things with their own panel. And here we are today, working together and collaborating together with this live show. And I'm very excited about that. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. What else we got? I think that's pretty much all of the announcements that I pretty much have before we get into this show. But y'all know that we get this thing started at the 5-minute mark. So we got 53 people up in here so far. So let's light this chat up right now. Light this chat up right now. And let me see what moderators we got up in here. We got Payne, the Jail Slayer. We got Harold. We got Norris. Okay, I think those are all the moderators that we have. So y'all already know what they're here for. They're here to make sure you guys are engaged. They're here to share the links to the things that y'all need to share the links to. They're also here to get you guys to like this chat up. And they are definitely here for you guys to engage more. So show them some respect and show me some respect too. So go ahead and light up this chat, y'all, because we're going to get this thing started at the 5-minute mark. And like I said before, this is the year of engagement, honey. 2026 is the year of engagement. So if it's 54 people up in here, we need 54 people in the comments engaging. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got like 14 more seconds before we get started, y'all. Let's see. Let's get it popping, y'all. Let's get it popping. And there's a Discord, and I'm trying to start back, get into it a little bit more. I've been slow with it, but I'm trying. But now we're at the 5-minute mark, so let's go ahead and get into Belle Collective Season 7, Episode 7. All right. So we pick up where we left off at this Belle Collective funeral that Fraud, Tisha, and Latrice decided to throw together. And, at the end of the episode last week, Carrie brought up the fact that there is a baby rumor out there about Selena's fiance, Mike. So Selena says that it was online and she had already heard this rumor from Mike. So Selena already knew about this. This is my thing, and this is what I'm talking about. They know this woman is finna get ready to get married, right? They know that she's getting ready to get married. They know she planning her wedding, and then they want to come to her with some bullshit like this. And it's not because they give a fuck. They're doing it because they're messy assholes. That is the reason why they're doing the shit. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that these people are trying to act as though and act as if they don't know what's going on. All you hoes know exactly what the fuck is going on with this shit. Y'all know what the fuck going on, as Glorilla and her girls would say. Y'all know what the fuck going on because y'all knew. Like, stop acting like y'all didn't know anything. And I'm telling y'all, I'm going to tell y'all who I believe brought this shit to the collective as we go into this review. But they ain't fooling me. You're not fooling me. None of y'all are. Y'all need to stop playing with everybody like they ain't got no motherfucking sense. And Carrie, why are you even bringing this to the table? But I'm telling y'all, Carrie was told to do that. I don't care what nobody say. Carrie was told to do that. Like I said, it's giving Carlos King and Cynthia Bailey. You know how Cynthia was the one to deliver the information about Mr. Chocolate and shit like that, which I don't know why she was even selected to bring that information to the table, because she was stuttering like Joe, stuttering and shit, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to do it, and all this other shit. It's just like, girl, what are you doing? That's exactly what Carrie was giving. Somebody coached her to bring it to the motherfucking table. And I feel like the person that coached her to bring it to the table is fucking Letitia. And I said that in that Belle Collector group. And everybody wanted to sit up here and act as if I'm crazy for feeling like Letitia had a hand in this shit. I promise you, I felt like Letitia had a hand in this shit. Can't nobody tell me she ain't had no hand in this shit. And I'm pretty sure she had a hand in this shit because she's sneaky as a motherfucker. I done told y'all need to remember what the fuck that lady said when we was at that last reunion. She said, all is fair in Belle Collective. All is fair in Belle Collective. All is fair in Belle Collective. She kept saying it, which let me know she finna come on this new season that we're watching now with the bullshit. Look at how she came with Tambra. We're going to get into that when we get to that. But look at how she came with Tambra. Look at how she coming with Celine. Look at how we coming with Selena. All of a sudden, it's a baby rumor out there. If y'all don't see what I'm seeing, I ain't going to say y'all stupid, and I ain't going to say that y'all crazy, but see what the fuck I'm seeing. Letitia know what she doing. She don't want to get her hands dirty, so she got Carrie doing her motherfucking dirty work. I promise you, she got something to do with it. She got something to do with it. She already got Shantae doing her motherfucking dirty work, and she probably got Carrie doing it too, because Carrie want a spot. That's all the fuck I'm saying. So yeah, I don't think that Carrie really wanted to do that. I really feel like her ass was told to do it. I promise you. And this ain't got nothing to do with no, oh my God, Scotty just don't like Letitia. Oh my God, this is the Letitia bad session. First of all, I'm just calling it as I see it. I don't know motherfucking Letitia. Didn't know her before the show. Don't know her after the goddamn show. I interviewed her ass one time and it was a mistake. But all I'm saying is I see through her bullshit. Enterprise ain't fooling nobody. Okay, she not fooling nobody. She might be fooling the chicken heads that live the same life she lived. But she ain't fooling me. I'm way too smart for the bullshit that she be trying to do. So then when it came down to it, Letitia said, well, somebody commented under the picture and said that somebody commented under a picture and said that one of them got a baby and it's not met and it's not clear. So somebody said that up on her picture. Now, Marie was the one who brought it to Selena, but Selena already knew. So my thing is this. Y'all been talking about this shit off camera. Marie had already told Selena off camera. So why the fuck did Carrie feel like she gonna do the okie doke and bring it up on camera? You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all all had something to do with that. I don't care what nobody say. I'm sure that Letitia knew about it. Her and Marie talked about it. Marie came back and told Selena about the rumor, and Letitia told Carrie about it and told her that you need to go and say it on camera. I'm sure that's what happened. I'm sure that's what happened, y'all, because Letitia is a snake, y'all. She's a snake, and she might got some of y'all food with them burnt ass waffles and them runny ass eggs and shit like that. Y'all, you know, y'all probably don't see what I see, but she ain't fooling me at all. She ain't fooling me. I promise you, she's not fooling me. I'm sure she got something to do with it. Like I said, she said all is fair and Belle Collective. All is fair and All is fair in it. So you finna make sure you're gonna get everybody's tea out there because your tea is out there and your husband been the tea since their very first reunion. That ain't gonna make him faithful. Just because you want to air out and expose everybody else's business, that don't mean that's gonna make him faithful, baby girl. It don't mean that at all. But anyway, anyhow, we're gonna move on. Now we're back into Letitia yet again. Okay, she meets up with her team and she got first on, the FaceTime call or whatever. So Letitia says, well, I got the other two people here and you're here over the call. So you already know what type of meeting this is. And we have to talk about the photo shoot. And first said, there's a lot of things in my life that I regret, and this is one of them. And I really do apologize to you. I did not want to do you like that. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do that. So my thing is, I'm sorry. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry for how I acted at the photo shoot. And she says that and I accept your apology. I think that is genuine. I really feel like you mean what you say. But I really feel like for right now, the best thing for us to do is to give you a leave of absence and first agree that would be the best possible thing. But here's my situation, though. I know a lot of people probably feel like Glenn wasn't wrong, and a lot of people feel like First was dead ass wrong for saying anything to Glenn, but Glenn had no business being there. If Glenn never would have showed his ass up there, it never would have been no issue to begin with. Glenn already had a problem with Donald anyway. So if it wasn't First that he had an issue with, it would have been Donald. And I really see that Donald really ain't no confrontational ass man. First is with the smoke, but Donald ain't with it. You already had your issues with Donald saying, why is he there? Why is he at the photo shoot? Because he's a part of her team. That's what the fuck teams are supposed to do. Be at your photo shoots, be at your interviews, help you do this, help you do that. That's what you're paying them for, dummy. That's why he was there. So, like I said before, if it wasn't First, it would have been Donald. And like I said, Glenn had no business showing up, and he came up there creating drama. I need to be on a CC emails. You don't need to be on nothing. You ain't got nothing to do with what Letitia got going on in her business. You ain't got nothing to do with that. And you're going to be one of those fucked up ass husbands that hold your wife back from really succeeding and really being where she needs to be because you want a piece of the pie and you want to be a part of it and you can't let her do what she needs to do on her own. It ain't got nothing to do with you. So why the fuck do you think you need to be a part of it? Then you want to have your own business, have a trucking business, and where the fuck that happened? Where the fuck is that? Because you left your own offshore job for that, and you ain't even doing nothing with it. Where the fuck your trucking business at? Where your trucking business at? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where's your trucking business? Because last time I checked, you ain't got it. So what we doing and what the fuck we talking about here? So no, you don't need to be a part of nothing that Letitia got going on. Now, do I see it for her pork chop, glory greens, cooking ass? Absolutely not. Don't see it for her in the least bit. Don't want her on the show. But when it comes down to her business, I think that she can handle that on her fucking own. So therefore, you don't even need to be a part of that because you're going to cause problems the same way you cause problems at that damn photo shoot. So sit your little bitch ass the fuck down. So I think that First was not wrong for shit. He's a part of the business. He had every right to speak on that situation. Glenn had no business saying nothing to nobody. Glenn was the one who went outside, rushed that man like he scanned somebody. And First didn't even flinch. First didn't even move. First laughed at his little bitch ass because at the end of the day, he see you as a joke. When a motherfucker, when you're trying to charge at a bitch and trying to rush a motherfucker out and they laugh at you, they're gonna whoop your ass. Glenn, you think because you look like Lil Boosie and you look like all your life you had to fight and all this other shit, you think you're gonna whoop a bitch ass? I don't think he was gonna whoop First ass. First gonna put them paws on your ass and he was gonna do it. And I wish we would have seen that. I wish we would have. I definitely wish we would have. I just feel like, Glenn is absolutely wrong for that. And of course, Tisha ain't gonna hold him accountable for shit because she never holds him accountable for a motherfucking thing, no way. So why am I expecting her to hold him accountable for anything? Why am I expecting her to hold him accountable? Because she ain't gonna do shit. She ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing, baby. Not nothing. Not a goddamn thing. She's not gonna do anything. Okay? Ain't gonna do shit. So what am I looking for? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck am I looking for? Not a damn thing. Like, Tisha, get the fuck on. I don't feel like First needed to be getting no leave of absence. Fuck Lynn. Moving on to Latrice and Carrie. So Carrie comes in because, Carrie tried to make it seem like Glenn was the one who brought the tea to the men and all this other stuff. And they discussed the rumor. And, Latrice was like, I just didn't like the fact that my husband was even brought into this situation. And you know that when it comes down to Selena and Mike, me and Cliff, actually, we really go up for them. Like, we ride for Selena and Mike. So, Cliff would never say anything that would be detrimental to them. And then Carrie was like, no, I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're getting at. I just want to apologize to you because I really wasn't trying to, put Cliff in this situation. And then that's when Carrie starts saying that Marie was the one who told her about it. Like, Marie came to her, she told her about it and things like that. So that's when Latrice said, well, Cliff had told me that when they was all at, at Taste or whatever, Marie was over there talking about it then. And then they overheard her talking about the situation at one point in time. Like, they literally overheard her talking about it. And Cliff came to me saying, well, I feel like Marie is on some messy shit because she was over there talking about it and stuff like that. And then that's when Carrie was like, well, she was the one who came and told me what was going down and what was being said and all this other shit. So my thing is, okay, so it goes right back to what I'm already saying anyway. You feel what I'm saying? It goes right back to that. Letitia and Marie, they've been talking about this amongst this group and they was plotting to bring it on this show. The same thing they did to Tambra. But just like I said already, this got Letitia name written all over it and it's written in Crisco. That's what it's written in Crisco. That's what it is. Because baby, bye. Get the fuck out of my face. Let me see. Carrie, then, Carrie asked Latrice, is she good with the Bells? And then Latrice said, oh, girl, I'm good with the Bells. I ain't got no problem with nobody with the Bells. You feel what I'm saying? But see, my thing about it is, like I said, it's like, to me, I feel like everybody's talking, but everybody not saying shit. It's like everybody running their mouth about this lady and what she got going on in her relationship, knowing that she finna marry this man, and they all bringing shit to the forefront, but ain't nobody really, saying who said what. They're trying to point the finger at other people, and I don't like that. Ain't nobody trying to hold up what the fuck they say. And then you got motherfuckers like Marie. Well, I need for motherfuckers to be transparent. I need for motherfuckers to be transparent. If you're gonna be on this damn show, then your ass need to be transparent if you're gonna be on this goddamn show, because I'm sitting up here talking about Selena and Mike's situation, and I ain't owning up to the fact that I'm the one who brought it to the goddamn group alongside Letitia. So if you're gonna be on this goddamn show, then y'all need to be transparent. Okay, so y'all need to be transparent about how the fuck this came about. It sounds like an inside job, and it has Letitia, Marie, and Carrie name written all over it. Letitia ain't fooling me. I'm trying to tell y'all, she not fooling me at all. I see right through what Jada Pinkett said to Sally Richardson on a Low Down Dirty Shame. So what? Okay, Shame might be soft on you, okay, but I can see right through all that Maybelline. And I know you ain't nothing but a gold dickin' skank trying to get a man for everything he's got. But let me tell you like this. You hurt Shame again, then you better watch your back. That's exactly what I'm saying. See, the viewers might be soft on you, okay, but I can see right through all that Maybelline, Letitia. And I know you ain't nothing but a pork chop cooking skank trying to drag these girls on the show for everything for what they got. But I'm telling you like this. You come for these girls again, then you better watch your back. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Let me see. I was thinking Marie brought it to the group and Carrie was used as a scapegoat. I think that Letitia and Marie both got something to do with this, but I definitely believe that I definitely believe that Carrie was the scapegoat. Like they told her to bring it up because they probably feel like, Carrie, you ain't been doing nothing. You ain't been doing nothing this season, girl. Go on to tell the girls what's going on. Put it out there. Like I'm sure. Because they so focused on everybody else's situation and everybody being transparent and all this other shit, but they ain't keeping it real about the shit they doing. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move forward. So let's get into Letitia. So she says that this is her first time sitting down with Tambra in years. They ain't sat down and had no private lunch or anything of the sort in quite some time now, and she's pretty excited about them meeting up with one another. So Tambra is saying that, me and Tisha haven't sat down in a long time, and I am very interested in seeing how all of this is gonna go because we ain't did this in a while. And as they were walking up, I promise you, I was sitting here just like this. Tambra, you better watch yourself. You better watch. You gotta watch because they ain't no good. I promise you they not. So you better watch. You better watch yourself and watch what you say because they ain't no good. Okay, so they catch up and, Letitia asked her about, her father and how he's doing. And, Tamara basically saying that he's doing well. There's some days where it's not good. Then there's some days that they're better and things like that. So as they're sitting there catching up, we see Shantae slithering her ass into the scene like the roach that she wants to be. She comes in there and Tambra is feeling like this is bullshit and this is a whole setup yet again, like Letitia always fucking do. My point is, what the fuck was the point of bringing Shantae to this damn lunch or whatever the fuck this was? What was the point of doing that when you sit up here trying to rebuild your relationship with Tambra and trying to make sure that she feels safe in a group? How can a bitch feel safe in a group when the first thing you do when we sit down is bring somebody else into the fold that's gonna come up in here and bring up some bullshit that ain't even true? But yeah, you talking about the collective this and we want y'all to be transparent and we want y'all to do this. This is why she don't fuck with you. This is the reason why she don't fuck with you, Letitia, because you're doing bullshit like this. This is why. But everybody want to talk about how Amanda was out here doing biz for Latrice. What do you think Shantae is doing? And she ain't even entertaining with doing that shit. I don't like Shantae. Why the fuck she here? I'm trying to understand why the fuck you keep for it. Because, see, this is the thing that I don't like. And this is some behind the scenes shit I'm finna say. And I don't give a fuck. Letitia don't want Amanda around, but she can force Shantae on us. So Latrice can't really bring Amanda around, but you can sit up here and bring this motherfucker around and have her sticking her nose in everybody else's business. Make that make sense. So if that's the case, if you can force Shantae on us, let Latrice and Selena and Tambra bring Amanda around then. Because I actually like Amanda. So I want to see Amanda. So let her come on the show. Since you want to block other bitches from being on here, because why is Shantae even here? Why is she even here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So we sitting here, and it's one of those situations where Shantae arrives, and Letitia was like, "Well, we're gonna have to put everything on the table. We're gonna have to put everything on the table." So, it was some stuff brought to me. Shantae brought it to me, and I felt like, instead of me doing it, I want to bring Shantae in so she can tell you herself. That's exactly what you're doing. The same way I feel like you and Marie got something to do with Carrie bringing that shit to the group about Selena and Mike. Here you go, using your pit bull to do your motherfucking dirty work right here. Girl, you so sloppy. And figuratively and literally sloppy. You are. Hey, Too Feisty, you're sloppy. And you know you are. You going right back to what I said you were already doing. So bam. Shantae claims that from what I was told in the streets, Tambra and Damon are not together and they were never together and they are friends that just want to have a baby. Okay, so if Tambra and Damon ain't together, what the fuck that got to do with you? People break up. What the fuck that got to do with you if she's not with him? What it got to do with you? Then she said, I heard that not only are you and Damon not together, but Tamara reveals, but also you had a boyfriend this entire time. Then they showed a picture of him, and that's not even her man. Like, that's somebody she worked with or something like that. Shantae, you thought you had a gotcha moment and it fell flat, just like your ass. Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, shut the fuck up. Seriously. And let me tell y'all something else. Let me tell y'all something else that was real funny. So I'm on Twitter live tweeting, right? And I don't remember what scene. No. It was this exact scene. So I'm gonna wait and tell y'all about this. I'm gonna wait and put this on the screen. But so she didn't get anything out of Tamra, and I'm glad that Tamra didn't even give her that. Like, I'm trying to figure out why is this any of Shantae's business anyway? Like, even if that was her man, or even if Damon isn't her man, what the fuck that got to do with you though? Is my point. What the fuck that got to do with you, and why are you even talking about it? You don't even know Tamra like that for you to even be bringing that shit up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what was your purpose? But just like I said, that's Letitia bringing up bullshit and want to act like she ain't got nothing to do with it. That's what it is. So then here go Tamra with the okie doke. Tamra got the wild card on the ass. Tamra said, well, since we're talking about rumors and where they came from, I was having a conversation with Amanda, and Amanda told me that you and Glenn are in an open marriage, and you know, a lot of things that Glenn do, you don't really care what he does, long as you know about it and long as you're okay with it. He's only doing what you're okay with. And so she said, Amanda, she's still trying to get her 15 minutes. So you're trying to say that Amanda's still trying to get her 15 minutes, but what the fuck your friend trying to do? What the fuck your friend trying to do? So it's like, she says, the focus is not on rumors. Now the focus ain't on rumors. So that goes into what I got to tell y'all that happened while we was on the show, while we was watching the show. So here I am on Twitter, right? I'm on Twitter, minding my own business, live tweeting about the show. And she said, so now your focus is not on rumors. Letitia, shut the fuck up. Hashtag Belle Collective. That's what I said. So this dumbass motherfucker gonna say, okay. So after she writes me on Twitter and says, okay, you know what she did? She turns around and she follows me on Twitter. Baby, why are you following me? Why are you following me, Letitia? Can you please tell me why you following me? I want to know why you're following me. Because even when I interviewed you, you didn't follow me. But now that I'm cussing your ass out and now I'm talking about your ass on the show, now you want to follow me. Why are you following me? Girl, bye. Girl, please. I thought that was funny to bring up. Like, Letitia full of shit, y'all. She is. And so for dog, baby, I would never interview Letitia again, ever. I would never interview Letitia again. She showed me her ass the first time I interviewed her. I'm not interviewing her no more. Ever in life. You want to know why? Because when I interviewed her, she did not respect my time. She played on my top about this interview from the very beginning. Don't even get me started about that, because that pissed me off. But since she want to follow me on Twitter, I hope she know that every episode she get read by me on Twitter, child. But this ain't the first time she done wrote me while I was reading her ass on Twitter. This ain't the first time, child. Ain't the first time. But anyway, she hey Marcella, she invites Tamara to her focus group. And then, you know, she says that she wants to bring the girls together because she got some things going on or whatever. Girl, this focus group ain't shit but the damn Bells. But okay. All right. Do you. So then we get into Selena and Mike, right? Selena and Mike, they go and do yoga. I don't know what they're doing yoga for, but they doing yoga. So after they get done doing yoga and shit, Selena mentions the baby rumor. And basically, in so many words, she was like, she doesn't really know where this came from and stuff like that. So then that is when Mike says that it's not real, and it's funny to me because it ain't real. And that's my thing. Like, it ain't real, so he really don't give a fuck about what the fuck y'all talking about because it's not real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it ain't real, it ain't shit what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So then Selena was like, but my thing is, I already knew about it, but I need to know who brought this to the collective because no one is actually saying who said what, who did what, who brought what. No one's actually saying it. So what's the tea? So she says that she gonna talk to the ladies and she's gonna get to the bottom of how this even came about. So we get into Latrice and Cliff. Latrice is trying to, get a new menu done for Taste. And not only is she trying to get a new menu done for Taste, but she's also trying to price it and make it affordable for the people. They talk about the community meeting, and I know that they were talking about like the noise, like the loud music and the parking and shit like that before I even left. So the people in the Fondren district were already complaining about that, but everything that they were complaining about, it turned out not to be true and stuff like that. So it was like a back and forth type of thing. So they talk about that, and then Cliff denies having anything to do with this baby rumor about Mike coming into the group. Like, he denies it. So then she brings up her surgery, and she asks Cliff if he's going to be there the entire time. And he said yes, because I was there the entire time the first time. And so she was like, well, no, you left me there at first. And he said, I only left to go get lunch. And I'm just like, Latrice, girl, you're doing too much now. If he only left to go get something to eat, girl, then girl, he left to get something to eat and you were knocked out. You didn't know he was gone until you came to. I don't really see anything wrong with a person while you're knocked out to go get something to eat. When my mama had surgery, I left to go get me something to eat, honey. Because first of all, the hospital food looked nasty as fuck and I didn't want no parts of it. And I was hungry as shit. So I went across the street and got me something to eat. Fuck that. My mama didn't care. My mama didn't care. Shit. As long as I had me something to eat, she didn't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know. But she's about to have this surgery and stuff like that. So she got to prepare for that. So now we get into the little focus group. And it ain't nothing but the Bells and Shantae. And the more I see Shantae on my screen, the more I'm irritated. Why is this woman here? Why we got to keep seeing her? Why is she even around? I'm tired of seeing Shantae. Shantae just irks me. She really do. She irks me for real. They see the show pilot, which the first guest for the pilot, was Letitia Scott or whatever. And then, everybody's looking at it, but then there's some that's looking at their phones while the shit going. And then Lonnie Love gets her opinion. And I was like, Lonnie lying like hell, child. Then the Bells give their thoughts. And I will say that the thoughts that they did give was all constructive criticism. They was talking about the lighting. They was talking about, the makeup. They was talking about, the producing of it all. Like they gave her constructive criticism. So I can say that. So it didn't come across like they was just hating on her or not trying to see her make it. They were really giving her constructive criticism. They give her shit that she needed to hear. So after that, they're eating fruit. And then Selena asks, who brought the baby rumor to the collective? And at first, everybody's quiet. Nobody's owning up to it. And Selena's getting irritated by the fact that nobody's really trying to own up to this rumor. And so that's when Letitia and Marie speaks on how the baby rumor got around. They were talking about it. They discussed it amongst each other and all this other stuff. So that's when Letitia looked at Letitia asking her, well, what happened to it? You feel what I'm saying? Like, how did it get there? I told y'all what I think. I already told y'all. I believe Letitia brought that to the group. I really believe her and Marie. And I really feel like Selena knows that. That's why she asked Letitia, how did it happen? You know what I mean? And so Carrie says that she heard the rumor from the guys. And then Letitia saying, let's not bring rumors to the table. But that's exactly what you did with Tamara just a minute ago. Like, you just did that with Shantae, with Tamara. Like, Tamara thinking that y'all meeting up to catch up after the funeral stuff. But yet you bring Shantae in there, someone that Tamara don't even know like that. You bring her into the fold to bring up some rumors that you heard on the street. But you want to say, Let's not bring rumors. But that's exactly what the fuck you just did. Are you stupid? No, you are. Are you dumb? Yeah, you are. Are you just obtuse? Yeah, you are. So I guess I just pretty much answered my own question. All these questions that I had, I already answered them. So Tambra said, well, since we're talking about rumors, I met up with Letitia. I did not know that Shantae was coming, but they brought rumors about me to the fold. And it wasn't true. So she put it all on the table. And I'm glad that Tambra was bringing it to the table. And Latrice said, I just feel like nobody irrelevant should be coming to me with nothing. I would rather hear it from a Belle and not somebody irrelevant, not no outside noise should be telling me anything. And then that's when Tambra was like, oh, baby, Shantae is the biggest piece of outside noise. And that's when Marie said, well, are you saying that Shantae is the outside noise? And then Shantae said, well, baby, Shantae is Shantae. And I'm like, yeah, you are Shantae. Shantae is annoying. Shantae gets on my nerves. Shantae look like a fake ass Ashanti. Shantae don't really need to be here. Shantae is a guard dog. She's a lap dog. She's everything. Yeah, so Shantae is Shantae. Shut the fuck up. We didn't ask for you. We didn't send for you. We don't want you. So get the fuck out of here. Ooh, that lady get on my nerves, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't like her. I don't like her. She has done the absolute most since she been on this fucking show. And I just, like I said before, I just feel like Letitia blocking Amanda from being on this show. But yeah, we're forced to sit here and look at Shantae ass. I just feel like this. If you can sit up here and bring Shantae around and have Shantae all up in everybody's fucking business, then I want to bring Amanda back. Shit. Fuck all that. I just don't like Letitia. I don't like Letitia. I don't like Shantae. I don't like them too. Like, when I tell you Shantae got on my nerves this whole episode, because why are you there with Tambra? I was so glad that Tambra flipped it on Letitia ass because she thought she was slick. Now, you got Shantae to do your dirty work, but then Tambra came back with the fire on your ass, and you didn't know how to handle this shit. Now, could you? Dumbass. But anyhow, that's all I got for Belle Collective today. This episode was alright. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't too explosive, but it wasn't so bad. You feel what I'm saying? So I definitely love the episode. We had about 140 of y'all up in here. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, giving me some of your time on this Friday night. What else is going on? I will see you guys on tomorrow for Love and Marriage Huntsville. We'll be done with the reunion by then. So, however this reunion goes, that's how my energy gonna be for this damn Love and Marriage Huntsville review tomorrow, child. But I'll see you guys then. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll holler at you later. Okay. With that being said, you guys, I'm out of here until tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catching face shots, fire catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact, the bitch, I'm the reason, when it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's giving.
These bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up. Don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho. Don't ever play us. This the real hustle. We make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit. Talking out they neck. Bitch, we bring the heat every time we step. You fucking with a beast. Fucking with the best. Get money on the east. Plug on the west. Bitch, I'm from the north. But we run this out. Bitch, we outside. What you talking about? Who the fuck is me? No, who the fuck is you?